Hey guys, welcome to Project Metal Music's YouTube channel with your host Elion, and we are here with the brilliant Fairy Epics. Welcome.
Hello.
So, could you tell us who you are, what you do within the band?
Well, Failure Epics is just me as a solo project. All of the instrumentation, except for some of the lead guitars and some of the sound effects, it's all me playing the drums and bass and the main guitars. I was fortunate enough to have some colleagues from different places join in. Really brilliant guitarist named Kyle Wagner, who lent some of the more difficult, challenging lead sections on guitar. And then I had some vocalists, a number of different vocalists from across the country, even one from New Zealand, who recorded their parts as well, which is great because I really wanted to have I really wanted it to feel like a play rather than a typical album with lyrics, and it was challenging to put together, but I think that the results are at the very least unique, and they really knocked it out of the park as far as their performances are concerned. But generally it's just me playing everything and composing everything.
Cool. So, how did you come up with the album? What was your thought process?
Well, I am going through a bit of a phase where I'm obsessed with certain aspects of ancient history, not digging into. I know that's sort of at least in North America, there's sort of this trend about people revisiting, the Roman Empire and some of the aspects of it as far as pertains to the daily life of people and that sort of thing. But for me, I'm really interested in how education worked years and years ago, and what has changed in the way that we consume and present education to people of all ages and different cultures. And so I was reading a sort of an academic collection of essays about the Library of Alexandria, the history of the Library of Alexandria. And I find that those ancient libraries, I find them completely fascinating. And as I was reading this book, there was one little footnote about this character, real life person, obviously, named Aristophanes of Byzantium, not to be mistaken for the Greek playwright Aristophanes. And he was the chief librarian for a number of years. He studied under Eratosthenes, who was also like a scholar who, he was the first person to sort of accurately predict the circumference of the Earth. And Aristophanes of Byzantium was also like a celebrated grammarian. He actually influenced a ton of things that we use every day in the English language and in a number of other languages. He invented the comma. He invented the colon and the semicolon. Just little things that we take for granted that didn't exist in speech beforehand, or at least in the written word. So I feel like he's an incredibly interesting character, and we know next to nothing about him, only what exists through some of his academic texts and that sort of thing. But the most interesting thing that popped out to me was that he actually had fallen out of, he'd kind of fallen into disagreement with the Pharaoh of Egypt in Alexandria at that time, and was offered a job at another library, a prestigious job at another library. And he tried to escape Alexandria, was caught, and then was imprisoned by the Pharaoh in the library until he died. So he was just forced to work in the library in servitude in chains until he died there. And I think it was really just a few sentences in this larger compendium of the history of Alexandria, of the Library of Alexandria. But that little tidbit really jumped out at me, and I thought, well, this is an excellent story. This is a really, really tragic story. So I started just finding everything I could, scouring the internet and finding as many, texts about this character, like this person, as I could. And there's not very much that exists. So I tried to paint a portrait of what I believe would have happened at that time, who the people who were in power at that time, and just try and, you know, put forward this idea of, you know, somebody who tried to attain to a lofty position and then realized that it wasn't what he thought it was going to be, you know, and yeah, and I don't know, his story just really spoke to me, and so I wanted to write about that and capture it.
Cool. So, yeah. Sorry about that. I've got a question from Tony Ribeiro.
Yeah.
He asks, is Affiliate makes a Canadian band? Yeah, John sounds Canadian.
I am Canadian. I'm from all over Canada. I was born in the middle of Canada in Ontario, and then I lived on the east coast in Nova Scotia for many, many years, and now I actually reside on the west coast of Canada in Victoria, BC.
Cool. Thank you for that, Tony. So, how many tracks are there on the album?
There are 9 songs, and they sort of represent a play in 2 acts with 5 scenes in the first act and 4 scenes in the next act. And the first 5 songs and then the subsequent 4 songs, they all sort of flow into each other, and it's definitely a concept album. There's no way around that.
Yeah, cool. Is there going to be any singles coming from the album?
Yes, so I am going to be releasing the first song, track number 3, called "The Collecting." That's it's going to be available to stream on the 1st of July, and then I'll probably put one more song out on the 1st of August, and then the album itself comes out in full on the 15th of August. And I'm also going to be making high fidelity tapes available as well on a limited run.
Yeah, cool. Speaking of merchandise, is there any plans on putting the album onto vinyl?
I would love to do that. A number of things prevent me from doing this. The biggest one is that I don't have a band because I play all the instruments, and the music it's challenging in a very specific way. It's not, like, I'm not the greatest guitar player or drummer or bassist or what have you, but it's the way that I arrange things that make it difficult for me to put a really solid band together, because the material, it would require a lot of time and effort to put together properly. And that is just something that not many people have a lot of time for. Most musicians I know who are capable of playing this kind of thing, they are very busy already. They have lots of different things that they're doing right now. So at some point, I would love to be able to put a band together and do some shows to promote it, in which case then it would make a bit more sense for me to put out a vinyl. But right now, the cost of vinyl is just so prohibitive, though it is my favorite medium. It's just, unless I have a means with which to promote it on a larger scale, it would be difficult for me to justify the cost of it. And the other thing is the turnaround times on it. I know lots of musicians who put out, lots of colleagues who put out vinyl, and I would say 9 times out of 10, their albums get delayed by months because of the fact that there's just so much back catalog going on. And, I think, not to get into a different conversation, but I think that the fact that, so many major pop artists now are putting out vinyl, they'll just halt production of everything else, and so that so-and-so can get 1 million copies of their album pressed. Well, that's just like, the infrastructure isn't there like it used to be for vinyl. So anyways, there's a number of things. So, but I thought putting it on a tape is actually a pretty good compromise, because I'm not a fan of CDs really, but I do love a physical medium, and I love the sound of tapes, especially really good quality. So the ones that I'm putting out are going to be real-time recorded from the high resolution masters, so they'll have a better sound quality than CD. Like so when they're dubbed at real time, there's very, very little fidelity loss, and that they're going to be on really very high fidelity tapes as well. So I think they're going to sound good.
Cool. Yeah. I was going to say their tapes are starting to make a resurgence.
They really are. They really are. And some friends, I wasn't even thinking about it. And then one of my some dear friends of mine in a band, you should check these guys out. They're called Pith, Pith. They just released, they're from Halifax. They released an excellent death metal album called The Liminal Space Between Life and Death. And they just put their album out on tape, and they said that they had a really good experience with it, and people seem to really like the fact that they had that as an option. So,
yeah.
So, yeah, there's my plug for my buddy's band.
Yeah, cool. Tony, yeah, I remember these. Tony's just asked, will we get a pencil free with the tape? If you know where sometimes the tape unspools itself and you've got to wind it back up with the pencil.
Oh. Well, I definitely am no stranger to having to re-spool tapes with a pencil. No, they don't come with a free pencil, but actually that's a really good idea. Maybe it will actually. Maybe it will. Or a Bic.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that, Tony. So, is there any other merchandise coming out, such as like caps, T-shirts, stuff like that?
No, I mean, I might make some T-shirts, depending on what what people are looking for. But right now, I'm just gonna put the tapes out, and I'm sure that those will probably sell pretty quickly because I'm only making a limited run of them. But shirts and that sort of thing maybe down the road. But I think what I'd like to do is eventually, because this is the third in a number of albums by Failure Epics. The first one I actually did put out on vinyl, and I still have a few copies of that left. And it's much different than this one. All the three vinyl Failure Epics albums are quite different. The second one, which I released a few years ago, called Sobriety's Curse, that I released just digitally. But I'm hoping to remaster the first two albums, and then possibly down the road put all three of them out as a vinyl sort of trilogy, and so have them all in one album, which would be a really costly endeavor. But at the same time, I think if I could offer all three of those things, it might be something that would feel a bit more complete for some of the people who've been following my career. So.
Yeah. Cool. Is there? Are you writing any new material for a fourth album?
I am actually,
yeah.
And I've so this album is my first foray into truly dissonant, atonal, microtonal type stuff, and I just love it. I can't get enough of things that sound awful and abrasive, but somehow in a musical way. And so I devised my own tuning for this particular album, and I've devised a new tuning for the next album, and I've started slowly but surely to compile riffs for that album as well.
Cool. So is I know you're sort of like a solo like creator, musician, but if you had the opportunity to say and the financial backing, would you sort of like get a band together to do like a full-blown tour?
Absolutely. If anybody on your side of the pond wants to put together a backing band for me, I will be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah. And would you sort of like tour the world with like if you had the financial backing to do so?
It would be amazing. I used to, in another life, many years ago, in more conventional sort of rock and punk bands, I did tour Canada on a fairly regular basis. I did a lot of touring just across our country, but the opportunity to present some of this material to another audience would be great. There's so much amazing music coming out of there's more music coming out of the UK and Europe that just blows my mind every day. And also lots of amazing, crazy metal music coming out of Australia. There's something going on in Australia, but there's something happening over there, and there's some really fantastic stuff happening there too. So
yeah, true. There's some amazing bands coming out from all over the world.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, where can people find you on social media so they can keep up to date with what you're doing?
Yeah. So essentially, you know, I'm not that active on social media. I don't really do that much of it. But it's just if they want to look up me, it's just Jon Epworth for my Facebook. It's just JONEPWORTH, just my name at the Facebook location. But I usually, if they go to my Bandcamp, I usually do updates there, and I have links to other things there too. So if you just go to Jon Epworth at bandcamp.com, no, jonepworth.bandcamp.com, or just to go to jonepworth.ca, and they can link to all my stuff from there, which is a lot easier actually.
Yeah, cool. Well, I normally ask this, any advice for people who want to become a musician, whether it be for themselves or sort of like wanting to go down the commercial route?
Commercial route, you know, it seems now even more than ever, just just put yourself out there doing covers on YouTube. That seems to be one of the things that people really pay attention to. I don't really know about that. I mean, you've heard what I make, and it's about as far away from something commercial as you can get. When you're making it for yourself, I always strive to make something that sounds different. I always want to make something that I've never heard. I don't want to make something that I've ever heard before. And so whether that be bad or good, you know, I am, like the name of my project suggests, I am not afraid to fail, and fail epically, in the pursuit of trying to do something that is unique and strange, and you know, hopefully it will strike a chord with some other people who want something new too.
Cool. We're going to start with wrapping things up for this part of the show, guys. As I know, John's got to leave shortly.
I do have to leave now, yeah, actually. So
So, any final words before you go?
Thank you so much for for you to reach out to give me a little bit of time, and I hope you know, when the album comes out and the stream comes out, that everybody likes it, and or you know, I hope that you hate it with a very, very fierce passion. That would be okay too. And you know, just keep you know. I always appreciate when I hear about people who are looking for something that's kind of wild and out there, and trying to keep an open mind about hearing different stuff. It's great.
Yeah, cool. Jon, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on. And
let's do it again when I've got more time.
Yeah, definitely. So, guys, go check out Jon on with his band Fairly Epics. He's absolutely brilliant. So go check him out. And Jon, thank you so much for joining us.
All right, take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. And that was Jon Epworth over with Fairly Epics. Absolutely brilliant. So unfortunately, he had to go because he only had a short period of time to be with us. So go check out Fairly Epics over on Bandcamp, Jon Epworth bandcamp.com. So I
was putting the links in the chat, and they're also in the description if anybody wants to check them out.
So go check them out, guys. Go check them out. So getting on to the main part of the show this week, and it is welcome to Saturday Night Podcast number 69, dude.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yep, number 69, dude.
Why didn't he? Oh my God. I should have prepared myself for that.
Tony, No, and we the Monday night podcast will be back not this Monday but next.
The next, yeah.
Yeah, I said Bastion's sort of like taking a couple of weeks off. So yeah, Tony, really naughty Tony. Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, welcome everybody to the Saturday night podcast 69, dude. So name the film. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. For those people who if you haven't seen us, we do sort of like on a Saturday night. We me and Lisa choose 6 songs, we review them, and then give you a honest opinion about these songs and bands, and then go into what gigs is coming up, what's coming up on the show, and basically continue Lisa's journey through the wonderful world of Feist. And yes, she has got a red face. Tony.
I can't help it.
Yeah,
I just, my mom had the same. It just happens. So
yeah, yeah. If you haven't noticed, we do have like a little bit of fun. Bit of fun, bit of chill, bit of relaxation, and yeah, it's like one. Yeah. Sometimes I go red, Lisa goes red, all of us go red, and it's just like, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's like yeah, that's what's coming up on. This is what the show is. Saturday night podcast. The show Saturday night is all about having a good time, listening to some music, review, talk about music, talk about literature, what gigs are coming up, and what's going to be happening on the channel, and have some fun, basically. So yeah, let's get into the first part of the show. Um, and it's the 6 bands that we're going to be reviewing this week, and they are Death Daily Union, Kutless, Crucial Velocity. I hope I pronounced this right. Vulvarine. Then we got Dead Sugar and Badflower. Excuse me.
I am Tony. I'm from Alberta.
Yeah,
And Dead Sugar is a damn good band. Yes, they are.
yeah, yeah. So, guys, we're going to be starting off with Death Daily Union and their song. Can you uh, in can you help us here? I can't pronounce that word properly.
Integument.
Yeah,
Integument. The
yeah,
integument.
yeah, yeah. I wasn't sure about the pronunciation there. So yeah, um, Tony says yes. The way you talk.
I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, Isa, you start first.
Yes. So this band, Death Dealer Union, they are from LA, USA. Um, the song in The Integument, full on start for this with the drums and the riffs coming in blazing. I love that growl and the female vocals with the gruffness and there's I like the clean sections as well. It was a nice contrast. Love the vocal inflections that they use as well. Very unique, very different. Harmony is awesome. Contrasting sections were cool. Third of the way through that slower section is super cool with the softer vocals and then ends with the killer guitar solo. Amazing. Drums and the bass, great backing throughout. Picked up speed into fast vocals, drums, and guitars. Transitions are good and all fits together well. And on the side here, I put lyrics are emotive and alive with imagery, which they are. Um, yeah, the transitions are good. Love the costumes and the hair and their makeup, of course, on the video. Great visuals in the video with the band playing in a warehouse. Loved the thrash edge to this band, and the use of the fire dancing and the fire was really cool. I think they had actual fire dancer come in to do this. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. I didn't write down the name, but yeah, that was super cool. I love that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely brilliant. Same. I love this band. Love the intro to it. Drums are powerful and thunderous throughout. As sort of like the drums were the powerhouse of this song. They literally laid down like a really, really laid down the brilliant beat on this. Absolutely brilliant. Zero. Tony. Zero. Zero. Nothing. Nothing. Anyway, like back to the songs. Bass is strong and upfront from the outset, adds to the overall sound. Guitars are great with the transitions, bridges, and riffs. About halfway through, the slow solo was immense with the rest of the band doing like the more slow, methodical parts to it.
Mhm.
Then the speed up again, and then the vocals are great from the singer, where she had that soaring, airy aspect to it. And like you said, the visuals on this video is absolutely amazing. With the singer in like a red outfit, with like sort of like orange going to sort of like into like sort of like flame type of thing,
Playing.
or sort of like with in keeping with the fire dancers and the fire. Even the singer had like sort of like was playing with fire on the hand.
Mhm.
Yes, brilliant, 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 brilliant. Absolutely, I love this band. Love this band. So yeah, yeah, absolutely brilliant. Loved everything about this band. So Lisa, what's your rating?
8.5, 8.5 to a 9. I really, really like this band. Yeah, I love the different sections. I love that slower section and that solo. Holy moly, that solo was just killer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, same here. It's that transition from going like sort of like at a relatively fast pace. Hey, Jen, how you doing?
Hi, Jane.
Yeah, it that transition the transition from a fast paced section going dropping down into that drop in middle section with this slow solo and the slow like methodic melodic slow part and then picking it back up again. It was
Hmm.
just like it was absolutely brilliant. Loved it. So I'll
Hi,
give it.
Ozzy. No worries. It's
Yeah,
okay.
no worries, Ozzy. Hey up, Ozzy. For me, it's a 8.5 to a 9, same as you.
Same.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
And no, we don't pass notes.
No, we go for our own little corners and scribble down without crayons in on our little scraps of piece of paper. We don't.
We go into our little caves.
Yeah, our little bare pillow castles in our little corners and without crayons. No, we don't eat crayons or shove them up our noses, but squizzle.
Number one.
Yeah. So yeah, and yeah, it's yeah, brilliant band. So next one, next one. Um,
Oh, I'm so
uh,
glad that Ozzy's here now because this is Ozzy's song that you
yeah,
picked.
yeah, it is. Yeah. So the song is Kutless. Well, the band is called Kutless, and Lies of My Brothers. So Lisa, over to you.
Oh, this is Ozzy's pick. Cool album cool album cover with the black wolves in the burning forest. I thought that was super cool. I love
Yeah.
wolves. Yeah, I swear that's my totem or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I
Spirit
love
animal.
wolves. Yeah, animal. Yeah, the vocals are clear with some grit, which I liked. The drums are great backing with the bass. I like that it was a little more upfront than usual. Lead guitar is good with some cool riffs and solos. Transitions are good. The lyrics are really full of emotion and convey a story. Like the use of the keyboards on this. Really cool heavy section near the end. That was my favorite part, of course, with the "Don't trust anybody" um, is the lyrics. Yeah, that was my favorite part near the end there. That really cool heavy section. It was
Yeah.
a little bit, yeah, it was nearer the end. Um, yeah, it was nearer the end. So yeah, that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. For me, thanks, Ozzy, for this choice. I thought the drums were good, solid and they're a good beat. Bass is good and is more upfront. Works well with the drums, adds to the richness to the song. Um, Guitars are amazing with transitions, riffs, and bridges. A few minor solos in the song. What got me was the drop near the end. That the whole band just went heavy and into the doom
Yeah.
territory.
Yeah.
Focus were good, solid, works well with the music. So yeah, yeah, it's a really good song. Um, for me, uh, what's your rating?
I did it 8 out of 10. Um, I that end part there with the heavier part, that was my favorite. I loved that part a lot. So
Yeah,
I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of that through the song, but it was
yeah,
really good. It was really
yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like the that ending with like the with the drop at the end. Wish it was a bit more like that throughout the song. Um, but for me, I give him sort of like 8.5, an 8.5.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So
Thank you,
uh,
Ozzy. Thank you,
yeah,
Ozzy.
so, yeah. Tony says, I like the song. I like the guitar in the song. Vocals are too poppy. Yeah,
Yeah, they are cleaner. There
yeah,
was a bit of grit there, but um,
yeah.
I liked it. It's more of a uh, yeah. That end part was for me was the best.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
Yeah.
the focus were decent, but that we are the focus were decent. I'm not saying they were absolutely shockingly bad, but they were decent, not or good or anything. But yeah, I liked them. I liked them. So yeah, good band. Check them out, guys.
Mm,
Check them out.
yes.
Check them out for you
Thank you,
see.
Ozzy.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you, Ozzy. So the next one is this is I've recently gotten this band uh, through to the to actually review and everything. The
Oh,
band's
cool.
called Crucial Velocity and the song
Mm,
Controller. So, Lisa, take it away.
They're another a USA band. Cool start. I like that start with like the finding the radio station sound of that. That sound. I thought
Yeah,
that was cool. Very unique, cool style, and this almost chanting. It was like a chanting with a growl between. Um, cool riffs and love the transitions. Melody, very unique. Cool video with tech visuals. The drums are good backing with, I like that strong bass. I love that strong bass on this. Um, love the growl on this and the aggression. Cool solos and fit really well with the riffs. Lyrics are deep and tell a story. The solo near the end was so good, and the bass was really great all the way through. Um, cool video as well. So yeah.
yeah. For me, I love the drums on this. Drums are heavy, solid, and powerful throughout. Now the bass, I love the bass on this. Love the bass on this. The bass is good, heavy, and upfront. Adds to the drums and overall sound and the richness. Because the drums and the bass on this is absolutely superb. They were the powerhouse on this album of the song. The guitars are good with the transitions, riffs, and bridges. The solo, about two thirds of the way in, is good. Then the music fades out. Um, vocals are good, with mostly clean, with some growl, which is I found out, which was like a nice contrast between the clean and the growl. And also, I love the keys and the synth on this. It's a really good touch, good sort of like nice mix, nice balance between them. So yeah, and yeah, good song, good song. So Lisa,
Mhm. I give it an eight, 8 to an 8.5. Um, strong 8 to an 8.5. I love that bass. Holy moly, that bass just, oh, you know me and bass.
yeah, 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 good for me, 8.5.
Cool.
So good song, good song. Actually, good album actually, because I've listened to it and it's really good album.
Uh, uh,
So
I I will have to listen to it.
yeah, definitely. So this is like the second half of this part, and these are Lisa's choices. So I'll be going first. Um, and this band is Vulvarine, and the song "Equal, Not the Same." So 4 piece, all female, brilliant. Like really like that. Uh, uh, so drums are solidly good and throughout. Bass is up front and thunderous. I know why Lisa picked this one with the bass and everything. Bass is up front and thunderous and adds to the overall richness to the song. Guitars are cool with the transitions, riffs, and bridges. The solo, the solo about halfway in is so cool. Really like that solo on there. Vocals are good and solid in keeping with the music. Sort of reminds me of I don't know if you know a band called Girl School. It was like sort of like a female version of Motorhead.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I'll have to
check them
check
out,
them out.
especially the Saint Valentine's Day Massacre.
I might know that. I think I do know that song.
Yeah, yeah,
You know how we're like names and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Girls, what was it?
Girl School.
Girls school. Okay. Writing it down.
Yeah. With sort of like I said, sort of reminds me of Girl School, Joan Jett, little bit of punk, and Wendy Williams.
Mm, cool.
So yeah,
I love
Lisa,
Joan Jett.
yeah, Lisa, you, yeah, cool,
Well, this band is from Vienna, Austria. Um, I love the beat on this, the great punk feel to it with the great drums and the bass more up front, of course. Great riffs, solos by both the lead and the bass. They were almost, like they were kind of going off each other. Uh, I like the simplicity of the video with them playing music and the black and white sections. I thought that was cool. I love black and white. Great vocals by the female singer and the guitar player. Gritty with some cool and crisp delivery with some sharpness in sections, which I thought was cool. Love the edge to them. Great transitions. All was brilliant. Lyrics are some of breaking free of control. That's what I got from it. Some people might get something else from it, but that's what I got from it. Um, Deep and thought provoking. And there was really good energy throughout, which I liked. Yeah.
cool, cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the tambourine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot about that. The tambourine. Sort of like reminded me of the Monkeys with Davy
Mm,
Jones. Not to be confused with David Bowie, whose real name is David Jones.
yeah.
David Jones, the actor.
Yeah.
So, yeah, yeah. For me, 8.5, solid
Exactly
eight
the
point five.
same. Exactly the same for me.
Yeah, cool, cool. Yeah, really good band. Really like them because sort of like they would literally giving off like sort of like Girls School, Joan Jett, Wendy Williamson, with a nice dollop of punk in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So
I'm forever goth girl, so yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So the next, the next band, Dead Sugar, with the song Grudge. So, right, drums are good, solid and thunderous in places. I really like the drummer on this. Bass is super cool and heavy as hell in the drops and is up front. God, that bass. That bass was absolutely. I can see why you picked it. I can see literally why you picked it because it was fucking heavy as hell. It was proper heavy. That's what I like. Um, Guitars are brilliant with the transitions, riffs, and bridges. The solo about halfway is is cool. Vocals are good and has range, especially with like the faster and slower parts. So the singer sort of like reminded me of Sean Schultz
Mm,
from White Zombie. So yeah, really good, really good. Really, I liked it. Really liked the band.
cool. Cool. Yeah, they're from USA. Um, I think all the bands we picked other than one are from US this time. Uh, yeah, except for Vulvarine. They're
Yeah,
in Austria. But yeah,
yeah,
I very, very strong drums on this with the bass. Just follows right along with it.
yeah,
Love that, of course, bass.
yeah,
Love the riffs and the transitions. The flow of it was really nice. And I liked the different sections. Some of them slower, others just pounded. I just love that. Love the vocals on this. Cool contrast to the heaviness. And that solo about two-thirds of the way was just so strong and just sang. Um, the lyrics are full of emotion, and the female singer really emoted it. Um, love the heavy riffs on this and the pounding beat and the bass in this. Oh man, those heavier sections, just you can just feel it. I love that. Very cool band, and they all work great together. And they have real uniqueness about them. They yeah, they just have something. There's just something there that's just so cool. So yeah.
Tony sent over just mention about a song title, and we'll see. We'll see. Tony's just asked any chance of featuring a band, bands like the Dying Fetus. Send us the band name and the band song. No links though. So, black and death metal.
Yeah.
The heavy,
Got that. And I know them.
Yeah, they're really for those people. For those people who don't know, Dying Fetus is like a black and death metal band. So, yeah.
Yeah, they're on the extreme side.
Really extreme side.
It's more of a Monday pick.
That's a Monday night. That's a Monday night one. But we have done in the past on the Saturday some borderline extreme metal.
Yep. Those are my picks.
Yep. Yeah, but that type of sort of like that side of the rock or metal, it's more Bastion's side.
Yeah.
So, well, I don't mind. Like you said, we don't mind doing some extreme side of things, but we try and keep it for a Saturday. We try and broaden out a little bit more into some other sort of like genres. So we're trying to keep it a little bit more lighter, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
On the lighter side.
We do have like like some are heavier, some are lighter, some are like
somewhere in the middle. Sometimes with sort of like EDM and blues.
Yeah.
A little bit of jazz, stuff like that. Yeah. So that type of things. Yeah. Because I know not everybody is into sort of like the black and death metal. Because it can be extremely intense. And I mean properly intense, which you've got to be in the right mind to even think about.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to be in that right mindset. And for some people, it's just automatic, like, whoa.
Nope. Run away screaming.
And you have to be in that like intense mood. Like that's because I have that where it's like you have to be in that mindset because I can go from like the heavy stuff to like Chopin or Beethoven or like all of a sudden it's just like one switch to the other. So yeah. Very eclectic taste.
Yeah. It's like I'm a lot like you there, Lisa. One minute I could listen to Paganini. Next minute I could listen to Rotting Christ or Wattian or something like that, and everything in between.
Yeah, well, that's like a palate cleanser. That's how I look at it. It's like you go from one to you have that like where it's in between, and then you just and then you can go off into your EDM because I like dance music. I do.
Yeah.
I like EDM too. So I'm kind of like I have a love of music, and if it's undeniable, it's undeniable. It's like it's good stuff.
Same. Yeah, right. Tony, I've written that down. We'll do it for next week. So thank you for that. We do if you mention it next week, Tony, those bands, we'll pick one, and then we can do others the following week as a series. So thank you for the suggestions. Thank you for the suggestions. Just like I said, remind us next week if you're still here. So yeah, getting on to the
Oh, we didn't do our
yeah
what we.
yeah reviews. The thing. So for me, it's 8.5 for dead sugar.
Me, it's 9. It's this.
Well,
It might even be that base.
yeah, yeah. I can see where you come from. That bass was really heavy, and I liked it. But as you know, I was first time seeing this, so I'm giving a solid 8.5. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I call it Darth Boo.
I can feel my face going red. I don't think Darth Boo has red face, but I might have to have a mask or something
Yeah,
to wear for the heavier stuff.
yeah. And you don't want to make the other alter ego,
Oh, you don't. Nope.
which I'm not going to say because I'm scared of the other alter ego.
Oh.
Yes, be very afraid, Tony. Be very afraid.
You forgot the handcuffs.
Pink fairy ones.
Bastion has furry, fuzzy ones. Pink ones. Hot pink.
Yeah.
Bastion, if you're listening.
Bastion. Yeah. 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 Tony, be very afraid of that with Darth Boo.
Oh. Breathe. Yeah.
Wax and handcuffed and puffy stuff. Fairy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, kinky Aussie. She's got purple ones.
How about a rainbow color?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
Psychedelic.
another squirrel. I just had to read that twice. I thought you said I have purple ones, but you said I have purple ones. Yeah. And Tony, watch out for Ozzy. She's got she's got an army of mutant rows.
Squizzle. Yep. That's what, number 2? We've been doing good this time.
3.
Or was that 3? Yes.
3. Yeah. It's going
Love our
on
squizzles.
Yeah. Squizzle holes are fun. Squizzle holes. Because you don't know where you're going to lead. Where they're going to lead. Yeah. So, anyway, let's go on to the last band for today, for this part anyway. The band is Badflower with No Place Like Home. So, yeah, I like this song. Sort of reminds me, the video anyway, sort of reminds me, especially with the 6 pictures. With 4 band members on the outside, with 2 group band photos in the middle, and the 4 solo photos of the band with the eyes blinking. I like that. It sort of gives me sort of that sort of Tim Burton vibe, sort of Beetlejuice type of vibe. Plot type of thing. I really like that. But yeah, drums are solid and throughout. There's down a good groove. Bass is cool and solid. Um, Adds to the overall sound. Uh, the guitars are good with the transition riffs and bridges. The solos are cool that are on the song. So like minor solos there. Vocals are good. Got a horror vibe to the singer. Singer's sound. Got a macabre horror vibe to the song. A Tim Burton vibe. That's what I got from sort of like the from not only from the video but also from the sort of like the music as well. It's got like sort of like Tim Burton horror type of vibe to them. So yeah, I like them. Really like them.
Cool. They're from the US as well. Yeah, it was hard to pick a song from this album. It's their new album. They're so talented and have ability to like change their song, their sound and their sounds, and I love that flexibility about them. They can go harder, they can go lighter, they can do more of a pop vibe, but yet all of a sudden they can turn and do heavy. Yeah, I like that. I really like that. So if you get the album, like there's and this um song is like the name of the album, right? No Place Like Home. So so yeah, they're super talented. This song made me think like it, I don't know why, but it just made me think about my old family home. The concept of home, right? Love the heavy riffs and the drums and the bass up front, more which I loved. Very much like Wizard of Oz lyrics would tap the heels and go home, Toto. Cool visuals with the pictures on the wall and the people moving in the frames, like you were saying. And some of them were actually smashed. Like some had like the glass, like like um thought that was cool. They were like moving in the frames. And now that you say Tim Burton, I love Tim Burton movies and stuff, right? Kind of that horror vibe. Cool transitions on this. Love the techniques used and the sounds of keyboards or maybe through the pedals. It was like that kind of a sneaking sound, like like it's hard to describe, but you know what I'm saying. It was cool. It was like
Yeah, like I said, it's like when I heard it, I was like thinking it's definitely got a Tim Burton vibe because he used to do that back in when he was like with Beetlejuice back in the I think,
mhm,
and sort of I had that in the Corpse Bride or Nightmare Before
yeah,
Nightmare Before Christmas.
yeah. Two of my favorite. One of my those two are my like favorites. I love them. Um, so yeah, it was like that kind of sneaking sound. It's hard to describe.
Yeah,
That maniacal laugh before a total run. Like that was cool too. That was cool.
yeah,
And yeah, also like the it's it's kind of like the lyrics and everything. It's almost like it's about like the state of affairs of the world today. Like wanting to go home, wanting to just, um yeah. It I love this band. I love this band. So yeah, very
yeah.
cool. Very cool.
Yeah, cool band. Yeah, I like them. For me, a solid 8.5. Sort of like
Nine point
might.
nine point five for me. Nine
Oh,
point five.
yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Cool. You like them that much?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're so flexible. Like
yeah,
it was so hard for me to pick. So I figured, okay, I'm just gonna pick the song that's like the name of the album, right? Because I was having a hard time. I was having a really hard time picking a song. So I was like, okay, just gonna pick. Just gonna
yeah,
pick.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I said, I'll give him an 8.5, but because of the sort of like the Tim Burton sort of like vibe and sort of like connection to them, I would sort of like bump them up to a 9, but I stick with my 8.5 originally 8.5. Need to listen to it a little bit more, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah,
But
for sure.
yeah, they definitely got my interest. Definitely got my interest.
Cool. Cool.
Yes, yeah. Right. Tony said looking for a site to play games like Horizon, Mass Effect, and Mass Effect type games. Yeah, is it either Steam or something like
Steam.
that? Yeah.
Steam. I would say. Because I don't know where Tony's from, but like you can get the cards and stuff to
Yeah.
like I don't know
Yeah.
if it's like that everywhere, but you get the
Yeah.
Steam card and then you can
Yeah. We've got something similar in this country as well, where you can get like a little pass,
yeah,
like pass card type of thing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Try Steam first, or just like type in game platforms, like such as Steam, and then you can pick up. You can have it normally has a list. Steam is just one. What just came to popped into our heads. First one to come in. There were a couple, but they first shut down. So, Tony. So try Steam first. Try Steam, and then you can sort of like get the do is like search of gaming platforms.
Mhm.
So, Lisa, do you want to take over for the gigs?
Yeah, that's what I'm just looking
I
at.
need to go to the toilet and everything,
Okay,
and go because
off you go.
it's bloody been hot here today in the
Uh,
UK.
yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah, I
back in a minute.
can. Yeah. All right, guys. So we'll do our midstream grift first. Please hit that like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of the upcoming content, the interviews and whatnot. Because there's some amazing things coming from for the channel. So
And
yeah,
don't forget
please.
to promote your store, Lisa.
Oh, well, if Ozzy can put my link in for the store, we'll do that. My Etsy store, Buddha Bell X Studio. I make bracelets, lots of different jewelry, pendants, rings, have spheres and towers and lots of different metaphysical stuff. So Buddha Bell X Studio on Etsy. There's a chat feature. So if you don't find anything that piques your interest, you can, or if you're looking for a specific thing, let me know. Send me a message, and I'll try and get it in. Hopefully, I can. If I can help you in any way, I will. Or if you're looking for a certain stone for a bracelet, I can definitely get different stones and stuff in to make you a bracelet. So we'll go on to the gigs now. Vulvarine was one of the bands that we did a review on today. They have their live 2025 tour. They're going to be at Hellraiser in Germany and Leipzig. Um, let's see here. Let's see here. Just going to make sure that they're still. Sorry, guys. Just going through. Trying to go through here. Just give me a second. Okay. Going to be July 11th in Area 53 Festival. Leoben AT on July 11th. We're going to be in Tolman, SI and Tallmanor Festival on July 23rd. You're going to be at Head Crash in Hamburg, Germany on November 28th. You're going to be in Dusseldorf, Germany at Radinger Hof on November 29th. You're going to be in Munich, Germany at Backstage on December 5th. Going to be at Explosive in Graz, Austria on, let's see, December 6th. Okay. I think that's it for that one. And I know. Just give me a sec. I got to bring this up. Sorry, guys. I should write these down instead of having them on my. Instead of doing these like that. Probably will start doing that. Sorry, guys. Just bringing them up. Okay. Now, let's see. I don't know if you guys have heard of Catching Witches. Pretty awesome band. Catch Witches on tour on Pompano Beach, Florida at Piper's Pub on August 30th. Clearwater, Florida at the Roadhouse on August 31st. Atlanta, Georgia at the Masquerade on September 2nd. Covington, Kentucky and Madison Live on September 4th. Westland, Michigan at the Token Lounge on September 5th. Columbus, Ohio at the King of Clubs on September 6th. Cleveland, Ohio, Beachland Ballroom on September 7th. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at the Craft House Stage and Grill on September 9th. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania at Club XL on September 10th. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the City Winery on September 11th. Teaneck, New Jersey at the Debonair Music Hall on September 12th. New Bedford at the Vaults on September 13th. Hampton Beach, New Hampshire at Wally's on September 14th. So yeah, and I did have in here, if I can look it up really quickly. I did have, just give me a second. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
I wanted to look up because I thought I had it in here, but I might have, I should be writing these down instead of having them on my phone. This Badflower has a tour. I'm just gonna look it up quickly because I had it in my phone, but somehow it got deleted. They have their tour going. Just give me a second. I'm just gonna look it up.
Yeah, just responding to Tony there. We haven't got to that book yet. He's just asked, what do you think of Darkness Return? We haven't getting to that one yet.
Just give me a second. I want to look it up to see because I know they, for some reason, it's not showing. I'm gonna have to go to the main page.
Yeah, no worries there, Tony.
Because the new album is out now.
Yeah.
Maybe what I'll do is I will write them down for next week. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Never mind. That's an old one. Okay, I'll write them down for next week. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
But I know they're, because they have that new album out, so No Place Like Home.
Yeah, cool.
So, yeah.
Cool. So what's coming up on the channel? Interview-wise, there are, in July, starting on the 1st, which is next Tuesday, we have When They Riot, Feel the Enemy. When They Riot on the 1st, Feel the Enemy on the 2nd, 316 on the 3rd, on the 10th, Romeopathy on the 10th, Nothing Speaks on the 15th. We got Silver Dollar Room on the 16th, Chasing Doll on the 17th, Fulgorithm on the 23rd, Roger Bacon on the 29th, and Absent Green on the 31st. And there's several more coming in. Just waiting for some more confirmation for the other dates in July. And plus I'm working on for August. I'm going to be working on some other interviews. So stay tuned for this. Stay tuned.
Cool.
Oh, cool. Tony. Tony says, I lost a bet. Now I must take my wife to Lola Young. Yeah. Have fun. Now this has not been confirmed, but myself and Grumpy Sapper. If you don't know who Grumpy Sapper is, go check his channel out. He's absolutely brilliant. He does a mid-week replay on a Wednesday. Absolutely brilliant. He just plays music of his own design. And then on Saturday, he does a music trivia quiz called What the Hell Is That Song? Where you've got to work out what band and what song he's actually playing. So, Grumpy Sapper, go check him out.
I just put his link in the chat.
Cool. Thank you. And Lisa, Tony said Lisa could feature her. Lola Young. Do you want to do it? Have a look.
Lola Young?
Yeah.
Write it down.
Yeah. Myself and Grumpy are doing some stuff, collaboration together. Something for his show, his channel, and we're going to be doing something for PM project as well. Like I said, it's in early development. It's just the idea stage, so keep an eye on the channel in the coming weeks. So we're just like working on something. I can't tell you what it is now. Like I said, it's just the early stages. The ideas, sort of like part of the of the process. So stay tuned for that. Well, put it this way, it's going to be fun, properly fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's coming up on the channel in the next over the next month of July. So yeah, so Lisa. 69, dude. 69, dude.
Oh no. You're gonna make me turn red again.
That's the whole point.
See what I go through, people?
See what I go through with their PMM gone wild. Basically, you, Ozzy, Marcella, what round? Gonna
Can't help it.
literally wanted me to get up on the table, start dancing.
You named it PMM Gone Wild, and what goes through my head when I hear Gone Wild? I can't help it. You named it that.
I
I
know,
can't help
but
it that my Marcella, where are you? Come in here. She wants to send you a guitar so you can do it with a guitar.
I know. She's Marcella. She was the one who instigated it.
Gina is carbonized. Marcella,
Brought
myself,
out Ozzy.
Round, Ozzy, Ozzy knows.
I wouldn't be surprised if Linda wants to get on the action.
Possible. Kim would be for it too.
Oh, don't say
Should we do
Steph
our
before.
shout? Steph would be for it too. Gotta ask her. Might have to might have to do that. Ozzy, remind me when Steph has one of her when Steph has like a leader stream
Which is Sunday.
to ask her.
Yeah. We're making Ozzy go red now.
um, well, see now
69
we're
though.
now we're now we're twinsies. Ah, at least I think Ozzy's still walking and it's cooler out. So, but for me,
Yeah.
I need one of those. You're giving me the
This one.
vapors.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah.
I'll
This
have
is
to find
the
my
time.
little fan, and I'll
Yeah.
have
This
to
is.
go like this with it too. I'll tap my fan when I'm not happy.
Yeah. See what I got put up with there, Tolly?
Poor Al.
Yeah, poor me. But it wouldn't have any other way though.
Oh, we love you.
Yeah. Love you too. Well, like I said, it's always good to hear you laugh there, Lisa.
Oh. Oh. Okay, should we do our like shout outs
Yeah,
before we do?
yeah. Like I said, check out Grumpy Supper. He's
Yeah.
absolutely brained. He's one cool dude. There's Foxy. Foxy the enthusiast. He does something similar to what we do here with the car shows and history and stuff like that. He also does like a sort of like a interview series type of thing.
Valhalla awaits.
Ozzy. Yeah, yeah. Glad you retracted that, Ozzy. I don't know. I don't know if you caught it.
I did not see it, but I'm just Ozzy retracted it.
Yeah, I see it here, and I'm glad you retracted it there. Yeah,
I see something from Tony, but I don't know. No, I didn't see it because it's retracted.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
She made a
but I
mistake there. I put it down to Ozzy. I put it down to typo.
No worries, Ozzy. No worries.
No
Everybody
worries.
makes. Oh, I have so many typos.
Yeah.
I'm Grumpy Sapper. It's like fat finger, fat finger. And I don't have fat fingers, but it's like so many. Oh,
Mind gutter.
oh. Oh my God. Okay, note to self, don't say fat fingers, which I just did. Note to self, Check. Okay. Okay.
Naughty.
Okay, let's do shout outs so we can move on from this. Because I
Yeah.
feel my face getting more red. You're
69
making
dude.
me. Oh no. Okay, we can be professional.
What's that?
Oh, okay. Popcorn Planet with ED, popcorn with an ED. Popcorn Planet, Andy. Andy's awesome.
Yeah.
Steph the Alter Nerd, amazing.
Political
Lewis,
nerds.
yep, and political nerds. Also,
Popcorn Palace.
Popcorn Palace, Popcorn Music,
Music. And Movie World Plus.
Movie World Plus. Lewis at Nerd Report. Lewis, DJ Lewis Love. Yeah.
On Twitch.
And Twitch. And Lisa Grayson, Grayson Report on YouTube. DJ Grey Wolf, GRY, WUFF, Grey Wolf. It's Kim. Kim is amazing. It's Kim. Linda, for the record, Your Honor. She does amazing stuff over on her channel. Raven's Flock, they need a lot of love, guys. Please go and support Raven's Flock. They're part of the community. They need some help over there. If you can go and sub to them. I've been missing their streams.
Yeah, the computers went down completely knackered.
And they would do their flagship show on Saturday. They'd have Los Amigos play on the Saturday. They'd have the Wednesday show, which was
the Black Files.
The Black Black Files on Wednesday. They would do their
wrestling.
Yeah, the wrestling on Thursday. They need a lot of love, guys. Let's go and support Raven's Flock, please, guys.
Yeah.
Let's rally around them and get them back up and running.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, and as well, Wancho has. We don't like to talk politics here, but he has something going on there as well. If you wanted to go check Wancho out, check that out. Let's see, we already did Grumpy Sapper, Foxy.
Yeah. There's Flux, the House of Flux and Mrs. Flux. They do like a lot of gaming on their channels, i.e. Minecraft. There's Red Dead Redemption 2. They do oh god, Tony just mentioned the game earlier on. Hang on, bear with us. Let me see. Horizon Dawn, and Mass Effect as well. Over on Flux and Mrs. Flux.
Yeah, they're doing Skyrim too. They're doing Skyrim and yeah, they do a lot of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you like EDM, go check DJ Liquid Todd out on Twitch. And he's also on Kick as Liquid Todd. So yeah, go check him out there. What else? Marcella.
Yeah.
Please go check Marcella out, and Bella Bing Bing. Marcella's page for Bella Bing Bing. I'm gonna put Marcella's photography
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
chat. She's an amazing photographer. Please go check out her photography page.
Yeah.
I should have her other one, but I don't know if I can do. I'll do that now if you wanna.
Yeah.
Um,
Tony, I don't know who. I can't remember who Anna was. Who Anna is. With who was on one of the podcasts. I can't remember. Can't remember. Yeah. Yeah. Marcella. She's absolutely amazing. Go check her out.
okay,
Go check her out.
just gonna-
Yeah. And there's Goat Daddy as well. Valhalla awaits.
yeah, I didn't
If you
mention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you like watching goats, he's Valhalla awaits is a goat farmer, and he's got baby goats. He's got baby goats, and he also does like trials. He's also does like Lego streams. Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
And,
He does some good stuff over his channel.
yeah, and then there's Vice was Vice baby, right?
Baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
the son of Legal Vices.
Mhm.
He's continuing on from Legal Vices. So he's yeah, he's been doing like a lot of sort of like some gaming, some watch parties, stuff like that. And yeah, he's absolutely brilliant. He's Connor. He's called. He's
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, and there's a couple of other people as well. Let me just see. Um, Grumpy, Sapper, Flux, Foxy. Yeah. I think that's it for the shout outs. I think you
I
covered
put
everybody.
Marcella's in there, but I didn't put Bella Bing Bing. But if you
Yeah.
look up Bella Bing Bing, that's go show her
And,
some love on there too. That's the puppy
yeah.
that Bella Bing Bing. We miss you, Bella.
Yeah.
She lost Bella.
Yeah. It was last show, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we like to shout out all the community.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
69, dude.
Um, Thank you, Ozzy.
Thank you, Ozzy.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. And go subscribe to BMM Go Wild.
mhm. Yeah, where else gonna dance around for us?
Million subs.
We'll see.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Tony. I've known her since 2016. She's good. She's good. Do you know who the Wee Witch is? Yes, I do. She's amazing. I've known her for the last 9 years. Yeah. Yeah. What's coming up on? So that's all the shout outs and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
and yeah, let's go. Let's see what Lisa has thought of. Yeah, Queen of Storms by Raymond E Feist.
Arms.
And Yeah, she's cool, that Tony. She's cool. So yeah, I've known her for 9 years. Uh, if you do you mean 1,000? But it's 1,000,000. If you want me to, sort of like down the point.
We'll
And
see.
we'll see. But it's going to be up behind the pier wall.
Get your
See, Tony.
plastic out.
See, Tony. See, I'm getting picked on here.
Poor Ell.
69, dude.
See? Oh my god, I'm turning red again.
Gone wild.
Oh. Oh, spank that like.
Spank it hard. We do like a good spanking around here.
Subscribe, bitches.
Oh yeah. Subscribe,
Yeah,
bitches.
We
Pixie, the
want
car cloth.
Pixie. Yep.
And the crack in the box.
Yep.
Subscribe, bitches. Balls.
Yeah, I miss him.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
so
was one cool dude.
Yeah, please go and support Pixie. Yeah, Pixie and the family. Crap cough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reluctant ape.
Yeah.
Funny enough, called Spunky.
Can only imagine.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Down, Tony, down. Naughty Tony. Anyway, yeah. Try and be try. We're gonna try.
That's my chair
And no
squeaking,
doubt
honestly.
feel a be professional.
Squeaky chair, squeaky chair.
Yeah. Squizzle.
Oh my goodness. So yes, I finished this. So took me a while. It took me quite a while because I've been so busy, but I finished it. I've ordered book 3 of the Fire Main Saga. So hopefully that comes eventually here. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get, but
Yeah.
I loved it. Oh my goodness. It was a roller coaster, like most of Raymond E Feist's books are. Amazing. Queen of Storms was that. It was the storm. It was
Yeah.
yeah.
It might have been a name of a ship, but it was
Which you find out later on, but
yeah.
It's like it takes you on quite a journey. This was mostly about Hava and her journey to find Hatu Shali, and as well the journey of the whole, basically the journeys of the characters throughout this, and basically the war that is coming. Because in the first book of the Fire Main Saga, it showed you the aftermath, or pretty much the aftermath of a war, of a uprising or betrayal or whatever you want to call it. And the next parts of the book kind of takes you on that journey over time, to where there's another uprising, upheaval, war coming, and you don't know. In this book, you don't know who's doing it. Like there's hints at maybe who's doing it, but it's like who is doing this. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to say too much because
Yeah.
we really want you guys to read these books. So
yeah, it's a lot of intrigue, shall we say? A lot of intrigue, and there's a lot of like, I don't if you know sort of like any sort of like film noir or like true crime type of thing. You see like a big sort of like corkboard with a lot of pinned pictures and with a lot of red lines going from. It's a bit these are just like sort of like, it's a bit like that with the Feist. Is so many lines going from one sort of like little sort of like story, and then you got to like link them all, and they all get linked up, so to speak.
yeah.
So it's, you go like that's with Feisty. 1 minute he could make a throwaway comment or throwaway character, then they might show up about 3 or 4 books down the line, and he's thinking, I thought he's just like thinking, I thought that was just a throwaway comment or throwaway sort of like storyline type of thing, but it's just, oh no, not with Feist, not with Feist. Yeah. Yeah, so the
Yeah. Well, basically, it's different than The Magician and those books. This is a totally separate set of books by Raymond E Feist, and in this, there's like, it's set in Tembria. A lot of it is set in Tembria.
yeah,
Called it's hard for me because Colta check-in. What is it? It's hard to Col Colta Coltachin.
yeah,
Coltachin.
yeah. It's basically a loose association of pirates. Basically, that's the only way I could basically describe it.
Well, they're like assassins too.
Yeah.
But um, but they're
Linda,
hi, Linda.
Linda, hey up.
So happy to see you here. Big hugs. Oh, big hugs. Love you, Linda.
If you haven't subscribed to For the Record, Your Honour, go do it now. Go do it now.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
You need to put it. Let's put your link in, Linda. You got the power, Linda. Please put your link in.
Yeah. Put your link in. Put your link in.
Yeah, we've been shouting out everybody in the community, such as Popcorn Planet, of course, Steph, Kim, all
Lewis.
and we did give you a shout out, but please put your link in.
Yeah. Go check out Linda. Yeah. Thank you, Linda. Go check her out. Do it now. Do it now. Yeah. Yeah. Good to see you, Linda.
Good to see you. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, it's like with Feist, he got like a load of like he got to have like a he sort of like writes a big massive sort of like the only way I can describe it is a big massive web with a lot of stories, a little like a little it's like little sort of like stories interwoven in one big story, and then you're thinking, where's he gonna go with this? Where's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Who's gonna show up? Who's gonna show up? Who's gonna die? Who's gonna say, "I'm done with this," or type of thing? It's it's and he's thinking, he's just like thinking, he just like think, "Oh my god." He's not going. He's not going to go there. Oh yeah, he's going there. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's just like thinking, is he going to bring this character back, or is he going to bring who is he going to kill off, or that type of thing? He's just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. He's just like thinking, he's gone now. He's not going there. Oh, but he is going there, type of thing.
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes he'll just take you on a right turn. You thought you were going left, he'll take you on a right turn.
Yeah, and then he sort of like sort of punches you in the back of the head. And you're thinking, nope, we're not going to go there. This is where we're going. You think you're going to go?
Surprise!
Yeah, surprise, motherfucker. Yeah, yeah. He's got one. He's got a devious mind. He's got a devious mind. That Feist.
Yeah, yeah,
And
and the way he writes, it's like he takes from real life. He takes like from different cultures that are in real life, and he creates these characters that are similar to that culture in a lot of ways. And it's just amazing. He uses what he knows. Like that's what they when you begin to write, that's what they tell you is write what you know. Write things that you know about or you're interested in. And like he of course, like he uses those things in the stories, like in the books, and it's just amazing because you can catch it like in the other books, like how it was like Japanese culture, and in this, it's almost like old school pirates and
yeah,
kind of a feel, like old
yeah,
England or like it's
yeah,
it's it's like swashbuckling and pirates and throw in some magic and like other stuff,
yeah,
right? And
yeah.
it's just amazing.
Yeah, it's a bit like the old world with like Europe uh,
Yes,
with like turn of the like 17th century, 18th century with the
yeah,
pirates and stuff like that, and
yeah.
with like
Swashbuckling.
plus it with mixed in with like the Viking period
Hmm.
where Christianity was going across Europe back in the eighth from the seventh, eighth, and ninth centuries.
Yeah, and as well, it's almost like Somalia in a way too, like because they would talk about like it was almost like different continents like that are in our world, but you know how people used to be going to the dark world or that it would be going to Africa, right? It would be going like that kind of thing, right? And then there's be all
Yeah,
these different traditions and cultures, and people were like, wow. And if people went to like this place in like South America with all these different tribes and stuff that haven't even seen people before, and they would be shooting arrows at you. That's the
yeah,
kind of thing that he puts into his books. So it's
yeah,
I love it. I love it. It's like learning real life history, um,
yeah,
but through different eyes kind of thing.
yeah.
So
Because if you start reading from the Magician, the first book, you got like people from Kesh, which is like Egyptians,
hmm
Then you got like the Kingdom of the Isles, which is more European in sort of like structure. Then you got like Roald Down. You got like places such as like Greece, yeah, which is like a seafaring nation, or the Phoenicians, which is a seafaring traders. But like a bit like or the Romans, if you think about like the fleets, massive fleets.
Hmm.
Then you got within those cultures, you got such as you got people such as say the like civilizations anywhere, with like the elves, the trolls, the giants, the then you got all the splinter groups from those civilizations. So it's just like from the kingdom, you got you got like several different elves
Yeah.
tribes.
Yeah.
Then you got all the rebels and stuff like that. You got all the mercenaries. You got all the oh, it's think of Lord of the Rings, but turbocharged by a million, and you come up with Raymond E Feist.
Yeah. Dragons and mythical beasts and then when they went to the empire, like the empire books,
Yeah,
there was all different, like different beasts there
yeah,
too. So it was like all these different worlds because there was a basically a rift in time, right?
yeah,
um so yeah, it's
yeah.
it's fantasy, but there's like um
A
real
lot of
truth to it.
yeah,
Yeah, there's like stuff that actually is in real life, too, right? To make it um what's the word, um, like with Mara, I really related to her because like what I've gone through, so I relate to that, right? So that's the kind of thing, like you start to kind of relate to these different characters, because he pulls all these different things from real life, things that happen to people, like, right, like different things that you go through. And so yeah, there's something for everybody.
oh yeah,
There's
yeah,
something for
yeah,
everybody in these books. So just
yeah,
be like we say, just be mindful. There are some tough things that happen in the books, but just be
yeah,
mindful of it. And yeah.
yeah. Tony's came up with couple of things. Tony says, "I can't find it. I can't find it. Do you have nightmares from reading books?" Yeah, here we go. Do you get nightmares from the book? We dream.
We
Ro-
dream. Some of it, yes, I do.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but that's part of the process, right? Because there is some stuff in here that is difficult, right? That we've
yeah,
talked about, like be mindful of it. Because if you are, I really don't like using the word triggered, but it's a word that conveys to be careful, right? If you're triggered by a certain thing, if you're triggered by war, if you're triggered by certain things, DV, like we have to use these code words, DVSA, um, that sort of thing, so YouTube doesn't um, penalize the channel. Um, that sort of thing, pew pews, like there's there's not so much pew pews, but
yeah.
there's weapons,
Weapons.
um, but you just be mindful of that. I do dream, and yes, some of it isn't good, because
Yeah,
you as you read the book, like you start to think about these like characters and what they've gone through, especially with Declan and how to in Baron's Hill, what they went through. That part I did have nightmare about.
Yeah.
But I mean, as is natural for human beings to have good dreams, bad dreams, right? And as you read these books, you will, at least I do anyways, I start to dream about the characters and stuff. And it's almost like my brain takes it off into another direction,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. It's it. When I was reading the Empire books for the first time, God, I was like constantly waking up from sleep with like, what the hell is going on? At first I thought it was what the hell is going on, but that's when I realised it was when I was like thinking about what happened, what happens tomorrow, what she went through.
Yeah. And that, for me, that's the character that I most related to, without going into any specifics, of course.
Yeah.
What she went through was very relatable to me.
Yeah.
But I did dream very, very much so. Those are the books that I dreamt more so. Like those are the books that really, really, because I was so close to it, and because I became so close to Mara's character, I really dreamt about her and that host of characters. So yeah.
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 So, and Tony Sast says, Dumbledore, Pug, or Macross, who is the best?
Pug. For me, yeah. I got closer to Pug. Not saying that, of course, Macross was like the black.
Yeah, the black machine. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So, I mean, of course, they're going to be very, very much alike. But yeah, Pug.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Pug. Out of the three of them, Pug, without giving too much away, he's more of a badass.
Yeah, and he had to go through a lot too. So
a lot of things, and you got to read the books to actually understand what he went through.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what he went through, and he still stood up, and carried on. He got back up and carried on.
Yeah. Well, he had to. Basically, it was that or give up. And what is my saying, anyways? Never give up, never surrender, right? As you say, never give up, though. So, yeah.
Yeah. Never give up, never surrender, show no mercy.
Take no prisoners.
Yeah.
That's what goes through my mind too. That's my alter ego.
Yeah. That's she might show Darth Boo from time to time, but you definitely don't want their other alter ego to come out and play her. You do not want her other alter ego to show face.
Yeah.
Because, well, put it this way, if that other alter ego comes out and play her, I'm hiding. So don't mess with the Boo. So don't mess with the Boo. Yeah. But what are you looking forward to the third book, to the Fireman Saga?
I am looking forward to Hatu's the rest of his journey and basically to figure out what his what it's all about. Like what is the Firemane saga all about? Because it follows his line, right?
Yeah.
And I look forward to reading more about him and what his family line is all about, as well as Hava and how she fits into this, and as well as all the other characters, right? To see what happens in the rest of Tembria and um, yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading more about them. So
Cool. No, Tony. Not on this end. No. Yeah.
what, you want me to
Yeah.
be Charlie Chaplin or something on this? Could you Alice Cooper?
Yeah.
That'd be Halloween. That would be for Halloween, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So any sort of like other predictions, or are you not going to go down that far with the third book?
I remember what I say is I have no expectations. I try not to because it yeah. I'm I don't like to have expectations because I kind of see where maybe it's going, but um I don't expect to know to to be like because he's such an amazing writer.
Yeah.
Raymond E Feist is such an amazing writer that he can take you right when you think you're going left, and
Yeah.
you
And
know,
then sucker punch you in the back of the head and say, uh
yeah,
uh.
we're not going there. We're taking you somewhere else.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Surprise!
Yeah. Surprise, motherfucker. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what he does. He's just like, he gives you sort of like about
Oh,
4 or 5.
Tony was talking about drag cars,
Yeah.
drag
Lisa's
racing.
Lisa's used to do drag racing.
Yeah, I did. Another surprise.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
did.
it's yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing with Spice, he gives you like about 4 or 5 different paths, and he's just like thinking, yeah, there you go off and sort of like think you're going to go down one path, and he's thinking, and that's when he sort of punches you. He literally sort of punches you and brings in the 6th path.
Yep. And no, Tony, I don't sell shrunken heads. Shrunken apple heads, maybe. Have you ever done that? Made a skull, like a shrunken skull. I've done that before.
Yeah,
I feel.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's
Yes,
getting up for
it's
nearly
late.
2 hours for the stream, and it's getting for 11:15 here in the UK. And I need to get some sleep.
Oh,
Oh
I
yeah,
forget fortune cookie. Sorry,
yeah.
guys. I'll do this quick. Do this quick. Um, you know the drill. We want 10%, right?
Oh yes.
Okay, guys. Fortune cookie. Here's your fortune and lucky numbers. Explore an unpaved road with a new friend. Okay. Lucky
Okay.
numbers, guys. 10, 12, 20, 23, 24, 35. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah. Good luck. And yeah, Ozzy says I'm flying over. And don't forget to bring your mutant root army with you. Yeah. So anyway, guys, thank you for coming. Everybody's like Linda, Tony, Ozzy, and thank you, John, from Fairly Epics, for joining us for the little interview at the beginning of the show. And don't forget to check out Lisaboo's store over on Etsy, Bootable X Studio. Yeah. Check out the link projects Linktree. If you're in the band, send us an email there. Send over some stuff. Send like stuff that you want us to review, and or if you want to set up an interview, please do. And yeah, and check out all the like channels such as Popcorn Planet, Steph the Alt Nerd, Lewis, Nerd Report. It came Ravens Flock, the Grayson Report, Grumpy Sapper, for Goat Daddy Valhalla Waits, and all the that we discussed today. And yeah, until next time, guys, we catch you all later.
Love you guys. Don't drink and drive.
And yeah, definitely don't do that. And yeah, until next time, guys. 69 dude.